blessed day, everyone, and welcome to the new people, women that have joined us. So today I would like to address you and speak to some of the comments that I have read that those of you who have recently joined have posted. For those of you who have answered those questions when you joined, I apologize to not have been able to read them. Apparently, there was something with Facebook that happened that made me lose the answers to the questions that I've asked when you join. And to those of you who have not answered those questions, I would really appreciate if you took the time to respond to them. And the reason is that I want to make sure that I address the needs that you have in joining this group. Now, that being said, I am here and I speak to you a lot. I have been a little silent the last few days, just taking a break from doing the 5-day retreat that ended last week. And I'm coming back live here, and I want to tell you that I'm going to schedule another retreat. This time it's going to be a 3-day retreat in 6 weeks from now. So now I want to address you personally today, because I and you are together in this. And so that means when I'm writing things and I'm posting things and there's no response, I wonder either if you're listening or if there's value in what I have to offer. I'm being very direct here. And the reason I'm being direct is because I created this page for all of us to be in this process together. I am a second diagnosis breast cancer survivor. I am still dealing with it. I'm not out of it. And I don't believe that any one of us will ever be out of it. Yet I do not live under this diagnosis every day. So that's what I want to talk to you about today, is how to live with this word called breast cancer and not be completely identified with it. So when we did the 5-day retreat, I talked about on day 3 about your higher self, our higher self, the highest place within us that always knows. It is not your mind, and the mind is sort of like a small version of what reality is. So when some of you are posting, I'm afraid, I have anxiety, I'm afraid it's going to come back, I'm afraid of what the future holds, and all along the list of fears that you have, know that those fears are created by your mind unless you're facing this reality. What your mind is doing is grasping on to a feeling and making a story out of it. So how do you live with breast cancer every day? You don't think about it every day. You don't think about it every minute. On day 1 of this 5-day retreat, I talked about managing fear and how fear is created from this ancient system in the brain, the limbic brain, called survival system. We have 3 or actually 4 reactions: fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, which is more of the human reaction. But in the animal kingdom, it's fight, flight, freeze. That means danger shows up, and usually danger is real in terms of the threat is in front of you. And it's an ancient reaction because back then we were faced with life-threatening danger. Now, a life-threatening illness is actually creating the same response in the body. And we, apart from the animal kingdom, have the ability to be mindful, to be aware of that response and shift how we react. The response is there. Yes, we get scared. And yes, our mind can take off and make a story out of it. Yet our ability to be mindful is what we actually have that distinguishes us from the animal kingdom. So how we live days in and days out with a diagnosis like this is by being mindful and remembering that who we are is way more than this diagnosis. Now, if you're afraid of dying, and who is not, of course, your mind's going to grasp onto this. And today you are alive. Today, in this moment, if you're listening to me, your life is with you. You have a choice to make in how you want to live this life. And that's what this group is about. It's not about reminiscing. It is about living fully with the time you have. On day 4 in the retreat, we talked about living on purpose and living with purpose. And the reason I'm bringing all these themes back is because this retreat was really important. And I put my heart and soul in creating it. And I'm going to offer you to listen to the replay for a week, starting today, which is Wednesday. Now, you can choose not to listen. You can choose not to participate in this page. And it's fine with me. We all make choices, right? But I imagine that when you joined this group, you wanted something out of it. And I have news for you. We get into life and from life what we put in. So, I invite you to participate. I invite you to comment on those videos. I invite you to comment on the post that I actually put on the page. I invite you to invite other women. This is a group where I'm hoping and wanting for all of us to uplift who we are. Because a life-threatening diagnosis can pull you down. And it's normal. There's no doubt about it. Fear is real. Emotions, all kinds of emotions can flow, and it is important to allow them to flow and not restrain them and not deny them. And at the same time, if we don't have that sense of self that is a bigger part of who we are, eternal soul is who we are, having a temporary human experience. So that's it. You're invited to join this group, participate, make comments, talk to other women in the spirit of elevating, having faith in the power of possibilities. That's what I'm holding for you. That's what I'm holding for me. In the field of quantum physics, it is proven that our mind, emotions, and body connect together in a bigger field of energy, and that we have access to a greater power to heal than what medicine can do and what this moment can hold. And I do believe that when we have breast cancer, we are called to go deeper into who we are in order to heal. Now, I'm not trying to impose this belief upon you. I am simply inviting you to join with me in the power of your consciousness. So that's it. Today is Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I'm going to be talking to you like this. Join me live. It could be anywhere between noon to the afternoon. I will post it ahead of time. And hopefully you'll make some comments on this. I would like to know that I'm speaking something that resonates with you. And until I see you again next week, hopefully, I will get some comments from you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy wherever you are. This moment is what we all have, moment by moment, breath by breath.